Hello and welcome everyone to Silver Asset of the Day for the 11th of March 2022, presented by myself, Phil Carr, at the Gold and Silver Club. So over the last week, we have seen commodities go parabolic. We've seen many metals and also energies break out to all-time highs. In fact, Russia is the largest producer of silver, of palladium and nickel. And over the last week, we have seen palladium and nickel prices, they've broken out to all-time highs. Russia is also the second largest producer of gold. Gold prices this week came within $5 per ounce of the previous all-time high. What we haven't seen yet test their all-time highs is platinum, but also silver. So silver is currently 50% below its all-time high, and potentially this is going to provide an exceptional historic opportunity to capitalize on the slingshot move higher that we may well have yet to come on those metals. So silver and platinum in particular. Hedge funds and money managers in the last week, they've increased their net long position on silver by 9%, quite a significant increase. Over this week, we've seen silver prices, they're broken out to 9-month highs, just shy of $27 per ounce. For those of you that have been tracking silver, last year in February, silver prices, they came very close to having a sustained breakout above $30 per ounce. But we're now in the perfect environment where we have inflation, which is continuing to run hot. We've had further confirmation again this week that we have the highest level of inflation in 4 decades. Not only that, we've of course got the current geopolitical climate, which again is favouring safe havens, gold and silver in particular. And you've also got a situation in Russia where for the first time in 10 years, their central bank is buying gold. And in fact, over this year so far, we have seen record amount of funds flow out of the equity markets, out of cryptocurrency and out of the FX markets and into commodities, which has essentially supercharged this move to the upside as we are going through the commodity super cycle. This quarter so far has been the largest start to a year in over a century for commodities, with many of them breaking out to multi-year highs. Nickel prices this week, they went up 250% in a single day. Last week, we had European natural gas prices, they spiked up over 80%. This week, of course, we've seen oil prices, they broke out to $135 per barrel. You have to note that it was only in November of last year that oil prices, they were trading at $60 per barrel. Heating oil, gasoline prices, crude oil, they have all doubled over the last 4 months. And with that, of course, this has provided huge opportunities to capitalize on the slingshot moves higher that we've seen over 2022 so far, but it's still just the beginning. If you have been kicking yourself for missing out on a windfall amount of profit on commodities so far this year, the markets, they're not going to wait for you. You really do need to make sure you're taking action now to really up your game with respect to trading and especially that focus on commodities. In fact, over this week so far, we've banked over 4,000 points profit with our clients at the Gold and Silver Club. We've automatically hit further profit targets on energies and metals over this week with a parabolic run to the upside. So of course, for that calculation, for a 4,000 point gain that we've had over this week that we've now booked and locked in, every 1 lot contract that you'll be trading, that's $40,000 of profit. Every 10 lot contract that you'll be trading, that's $400,000 of profit. And this has been generated in a very short, intense period of time. As you continue to see commodities go exponential, they are moving parabolic. Now, what we've seen towards the tail end of this week is in the lead up to the European Central Bank announcement we had on Thursday, naturally traders will start taking profit off the table. So we've seen that on the metals, on oil, and this really gives you with an opportunity to maximize on the upside. We saw at the beginning of the week, lock in those profits, capitalize on the pullbacks to reload again, getting ready for the next slingshot move higher as we progress into the next quarter. Next week, we have the FOMC statement. All traders will be watching that next week, and that will create the next big amount of volatility in these markets, especially for commodities. Then at the end of next week, you have quad witching as well. So you're going to have contract expiry, options expiry. That is going to create an event where you may well be able to see further opportunities to pick up commodities at lower prices. What we're tending to see out there a lot at the moment is inexperienced traders and technical traders. They are constantly getting chopped up with this current volatility in the market, whereas they should be banking windfall amounts of profit. It's been so straightforward to capitalize on these slingshot moves higher we've had on commodities over 2022. We've been talking you through it every single week on our commodity reports, the week ahead reports, how to capitalize on the commodity super cycle that we're in at the moment. So if traders out there, if they're getting chopped up, if they're not making any money, or they're just using technical analysis, which as you know, does not work, they're just going to keep getting crushed in these markets. They get chopped up all the time, ends up being death by 1,000 cuts. We don't want that for you. This is where you need to be utilizing statistics, market intelligence, learning the daily, the weekly, the monthly, the quarterly cycles for each commodity. Alongside that, learning the intermarket correlations, the capital flows in the market. We've seen a record amount of money flow out of equity markets, out of cryptocurrency, out of FX markets into commodities. You want to be on the right side of this huge shift that we're seeing over 2022, and of course awareness of the key areas of liquidity, the intermarket correlations, the ratios in the market, understand and learn the macroeconomics, the fundamentals, the geopolitics, and of course how the hedge funds, money managers, banks and institutions are positioned in the market. That will help you massively to get an edge. So with that, if you would like to join our community of successful traders, learn the research-driven approach to the market, and join our professional mentorship program, there is an opportunity for you to do so. Just make sure you click in the link below today's report in order to join our professional mentorship program.